Hey, kiddo. How you doing? Yeah. Come on in. Oh, they're upstairs getting ready. You know how they are. Uh, I get it. You know what? Special day. I'm not making too much fun. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know any time they've gotten ready under an hour, but, well, they get that from their mom, not me. I can be ready in 20 minutes flat. And that is including a shower and everything. What can I say? I'm talented like that. Oh my goodness, you kids. I don't even know how to handle y'all anymore. Oh, no. It's just they're really going at it this year. I think, I don't know, being fully out of the closet and finally kind of finding their stride in the group of friends they have, which, by the way, thank you for that. It makes this day especially more important. Oh, please. I do what any good father would do. Honestly, I'm my kid. I'm gonna support him. I wanna make sure everybody's safe. I wanna make sure everybody's happy, but big whoop. You're gay. You're not straight. You've whatever. Literally doesn't matter to me. Because at the end of the day, I care as a father about happiness, safety, and the ability to eventually be your own person in the world. If those three are good, I've basically done my job, and to a decent degree. And yeah, be a decent person. You know what? Actually, yeah. So there's four. Be a decent person out in the world. Well, I mean, I want to add a fifth about, saving for retirement and being secure in your, advanced years, but I say that and you all just glaze over. I mean, hey, if you need a nap before we all get out of here, I could just say the words like 401k, simple IRA, annuities. Buying is better than renting. See, you're already starting to just, slowly the lights dim, and before you know it, boom, we're in a car and we're headed to a parade. Again, I'm more than happy to attend. While I myself am not, my kid's friends, so it's important to me too. What, you couldn't tell from this stunning outfit? I will have you know that this is as colorful as my wardrobe can possibly be. Don't get me wrong, rainbows are very pretty and all that, but, well, you've seen how I dress normally. It's a lot of greens and blues and more, deeper earth tones. This is a bit much for me, I'm gonna be honest. No. I have no problem with the pride flag. It has a problem with me. Doesn't exactly match my skin tone. You know what? One day a year, I can deck myself out and just go whole ham. Because it's important to them. And if it's important to them, then it's important to me. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean your parents aren't the same? I thought they were okay with you being out of the closet. I mean, we've talked about it, them and I. What do you mean there's more? I mean, I didn't think they'd have a problem if you came out as trans. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, hell, if you ever needed tips, I've helped a couple of their friends. Once you get on the hormone therapy and suddenly you get hair growing in places and you don't quite know how to handle it, sometimes you need somebody who's been dealing with facial hair for, as long as I have. Okay, but if it's not being trans, then I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little lost. Okay, hold on. No, I've heard that term from them before. That just means you're asexual, isn't it? Why is that such a big deal for them? I mean, it's just a particular, flavor of the LGBTQ community, but I mean, it's not that big a deal. Say you're ace. Who cares? But why would they care? Yeah, of course that came out. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like your folks, but yeah, okay. I'm sorry, kiddo. Listen, we can talk about this as much as you want, but the dad in me has to ask. Are you okay? I mean, everything okay at home? You can crash here for a couple of days if things are a little tense. I'm serious, I got the guest room, I can have it made up in 20 minutes. Again, I can pretty much get anything ready in 20 minutes. It's how I roll. You seriously wouldn't be putting me out, by the way. I mean, I'd be more than happy to have you. I just, if you need a little space and everybody needs some time to decompress and get their heads on straight, I'm more than happy to help with that. Okay. I mean, if something changes, the door's always open, right? I just need to say it because, hell, I kind of see you all as a secondary group of my own kids. And you're over here so damn much. I worry. It's just in my nature. Yeah, drives my wife crazy, but, well, okay, but I mean, so you came out as ace, and yeah, of course, the first thing they go to is grandkids, but being ace doesn't mean you don't eventually maybe go down the road of children. Well, I mean, yeah, doesn't ace kind of, forgive me if I sound a little inept here, but each person has their own individual flavor of being ace. Like, for some people, it is no sex whatsoever, whereas for other people, it's not something I go to, and for other people, it's something I don't even really think about. correct me if I'm wrong here. Okay, that's fair. But I mean, why should that bother them? Even if you were to take sex entirely out of the equation, I mean, adoption still exists. Surrogacy would still exist if that would be something you're interested in. Okay, but that's fair as well. You're completely allowed to say you don't know if you want to have kids. I mean, you want the honest to God truth? Pretty much up until my wife told me that that one was on the way, I didn't know if I wanted to have kids. To be honest, I didn't even know if I wanted to have kids when all of a sudden, uh-oh, time to go to the hospital. Oh God, yeah. I was terrified. I was terrified. It wasn't until I was holding that one that I realized, tough shit, you're here now. See, I wish I could put it in a more poetic way, but I mean, it really was. I had a little human I had to take care of, and there weren't a ton of other options. So I had to get right with being a parent. But that that's just it. You're allowed to make that decision too if your particular, again, forgive me, flavor of being ace is I don't want children. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever you decide, it's your life, and you can live it however you decide to do that. Listen, you can have a fulfilled life however you decide to live it. Kids, no kids, sex, no sex. It's whatever you want. Yeah, it is. And I promise you, I know a ton of people who have led wonderfully fulfilling lives without ever thinking about children. Yeah, that too. Honest to God. If I'm gonna be brutally honest, when you hit my age, the idea of, well, forgive me, I know it's a little weird, this coming out of my mouth, but sometimes the idea of sex is just tiring. It really is. Honest to God, I'd rather have a nice evening with a glass of wine and good company. That's what is, happiness and fulfilling to me. If that works for you, or if it's a good movie and, a big old bowl of popcorn, going for a nice walk, playing video games together, whatever that is fulfilling to you, go get it. Your parents are, unfortunately, a little old fashioned. And while they can accept you being you to a point, I guess, well, the moment they heard no kids, that rattled them. And for the record, it shouldn't, and if you want me to say something, I will. I've known them long enough, I can say something. You're still their kid, just as much as that one's mine. Just as much as I like to think you all are my kids as well, because, well, again, you practically live here some days. I care, but they're supposed to as well. They're not supposed to turn their backs on you. I know they haven't. I know they haven't. I expect a little better from them. I expect a little better from a lot of people. because it is not that hard to understand that love is love no matter how it is shared. They've told you my rule, right? Oh, yeah, I've got a rule, and it's a good one. Consenting adults of the same species. As long as you tick those three criteria boxes, I don't care past that. Yeah, that's three. Consenting adults, same species. One, two, three. I do throw the species one in there. Listen, I'm just saying. Everybody should be human. You know what? If you want to identify as an alien, I guess that's your business. I've never met somebody who has, but if they do, well, maybe I'll reevaluate my rule then. But right now, consenting adults of the same species. I think it works. Right? It's a pretty good rule. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be that hard. And to be fair, you're valid just by being you. If your personal flavor of who you are involves no sex because it's just kind of like not your thing, you go right ahead. Yeah, who cares? Shit. I think deep down, a lot of dads probably feel the same way as I do. There's a small part of me that wishes that one would go that way just because it would take a whole load off of my mind, but again, everyone's different. Everyone's allowed to make their decision. I'm still a dad at the end of the day. I still worry. Safety is a many faceted thing. No, no, I don't find it weird at all. You're just you. This is just a part of who you are, but that doesn't change who you are. You're allowed to be whoever you want to be. Gay, straight, trans, cis, ace, or whatever the inverse of ace is. I don't even know if there is a word for that, but whatever it is, you get to be who you want to be. There is nothing ever wrong with that. Well, listen, above all else, I just want all my kids to be happy. The biological ones and the ones that I've accidentally adopted. Whatever is happiness for you, as long as everybody's a consenting adult of the same species, and as long as it's legal, I'm a happy man. I can't get behind certain things. I mean, you want to rob a bank? Maybe. You want to go on a killing spree? We're gonna have words. You know, there's a line. Have you seen mortgage rates right now? Yeah, the line moved and banks found themselves on the wrong side of it. So whatever happens. Hey, you know me. I believe in fairness, and that's just not fair. I thought my generation got hosed. You guys are getting it worse than we did. Hey, it's okay. I can't imagine how you felt telling your parents and they were not great about it. So, I'm here for you, right? Hey, kiddo, come here. Come here. It's okay. No matter what, you always have a home here. You know that. And you always have people who accept you for who you are, no matter what your choice is. Again, as long as everybody's a consenting adult of the same species, and as long as it's legal, within reason. I mean, I'm just saying the British Museum didn't take it legally themselves, so if you wanted to liberate and, repatriate, hell, I'll buy you the plane ticket. Hey, come on. It's gonna be okay. It is. I've known your parents long enough. They'll pull their heads out of their backsides. It's gonna take them a day or two. Give them a little breathing room, and honestly, in a day or in a day and a half, they're gonna come to their senses and realize, oh my god, what was I thinking? No, this is my kid. I'm gonna be there, and it'll all work itself out. You don't have to worry. No, no, you don't. Everything's gonna turn out. I promise. You got so many people in your corner, kiddo. Don't ever forget that, yeah? Good. Now, we have a parade to get to, and someone is taking forever. The fact that it's not even a response down the stairs being yelled at me genuinely worries me. Do me a favor. I don't want to have to be the heavy in this moment, and, well, you can have the run of the house as well. Just go up there and kick him in the butt, would you? I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Thank you, kiddo. Hey, you are valid. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise, yeah? Especially that one when they start yelling at you for rushing them, because I've gotten that earful like 3 times today, so it's your turn. Oh, yeah, I'm an old man. There's only so much yelling I can take before, I just wanna go take a nap. And then nobody gets to go to a parade, so just saying. Nap, parade, things to think about while you're yelling at them. Come on, let's get a move on.